The public school is one of the great British institutions. This is one of the best known, Rugby School in Warwickshire, in the heart of the English Midlands. Rugby School was founded in 1567 and aims to provide its pupils with the highest standard of education.
We call them independent schools now because they're not public at all, they're actually private. But it's a fee-paying school and one which provides a whole range of facilities for boys and girls.
What age do the pupils start here?
Here it's at 11, but only 2 small classes for day pupils at 11 and 12. The main entry is at 13.
And where do they come from?
From all over Britain, and certainly quite a few from abroad. About 11% come from overseas.
So how many days a week do you have school?
6 days. We have a full day on Monday. We have half day on Tuesday, full day Wednesday, half day Thursday, full day Friday, and then half a day on Saturday. And then Sunday's free time. We have chapel in the morning, but that's about it.
The days are very long and you have lessons 6 days a week, which is hard work, but in general, I really enjoy it.
The school gave its name to this, rugby football. The game was invented here. During a game of football in 1823, a pupil called William Webb Ellis ran with the ball instead of kicking it. Such initiative is encouraged in pupils today. For over 400 years, rugby was a school only for boys. In 1976, rugby opened its doors to girls, but only in the 6th form. 1993 saw a big change, with girls joining throughout the school. Now, 210 of the school's 710 pupils are girls. Do you feel that you get enough free time?
Yes, I think that a good thing about being at the school is you can decide how much you do. They do have the facilities, but you don't have to use them. So you can decide what you do and how much free time you have.
I think if we were given more free time, we'd find out that we were pretty bored if we were given too much. So I think we do have enough free time, yes.
Does the school only aim for academic excellence?
Not at all. That's at the centre of what one does, and I think for a member of the teaching staff, the most important thing is to get the teaching right, and everything else stems from that. But being a boarding school, we're trying to do a huge number of other things. And ironically, the universities now tend to look more at the academic side of things, but the next stage, employment, thank goodness, goes back to the other qualities of all-round excellence, of being able to do several things, of being able to see things through and plan things through to the end, leadership, teamwork, all that kind of thing. These are very important qualities, and employers, thank goodness, start to look at that. Universities are not so interested, but we care a lot about all the other things that happen outside the classroom.
Life at rugby certainly isn't all work and no play. There's a surprising range of activities outside of the classroom, from rock bands and scuba diving
to making television programmes in the school's media centre. Many old rugbyans, as the school's former pupils are known, have gone on to fame and fortune. Lewis Carroll, the author of Alice in Wonderland, was at rugby. Other famous pupils include the poet Rupert Brooke and Neville Chamberlain, who was the British Prime Minister at the beginning of the Second World War. What do you hope that each pupil will take with them from rugby?
Something different. I'd hate them all to be the same. And I would hope that each one is able to develop his or her particular interest or excellence. I'd want them, first of all, to be able to work hard. The habit here is academic work. When they go on to be bankers, vets, farmers, whatever it might be, they must work hard at that particular discipline. I would like them to have a sense of fun, and I believe that school ought to be fun. If they're here for 5 years and haven't enjoyed those 5 years, there's something wrong. And I would like them also to have just a tiny sense, I say tiny because obviously one wouldn't survive if it was too great, a tiny sense of rebellion. I don't think they ought to take things for granted, and they ought to be able to say, well, why are we doing things this way? Isn't there a better way of doing it? And can't we make the world a better place somehow?